Hi everyone, welcome to today's video where we will find out how to deploy application running on Docker to AWS Elastic Beanstalk. The reason I am recording this video is that I didn't find the up-to-date video on YouTube about how to deploy an application on Docker that uses a database to Elastic Beanstalk. I have a Spring Boot project with a Postgres database, but if you are using other tools, don't worry, all the steps are the same. This is a step-by-step guide in which not a single step will be missed, even such as creating the IAM user, identity and access management user, and roles, because here may be things that are not obvious. When you first create an account in AWS provides you with a 12 months free period to deploy your application. Okay, let's take a look at the diagram to understand the main idea. First of all, it's our source code, our application. We will build a Docker image and then push this image to the AWS Elastic Container Registry. It is a storage for Docker images. And then our application that we will deploy to Elastic Beanstalk will pull this image in the Docker run AWS JSON file. It specifies where the image should be pulled. In our case, it is ECR, and will run a Docker container. And also, we will use our application will use Amazon RDS Postgres SQL database. Later, we will create this database. Okay, let's go to AWS console. And first of all, we need to create our user. Go to IAM. And we need to create user. Click create user, username. Provide user access to AWS management console. Okay, click yes. We will only for this we will create an IAM user. I will use custom password. We will disable this option, but if you want, you can choose this. It's no matter. Okay, then click next. It doesn't confirm the account's password policy. Okay, let's generate another one. And we will need to attach policies directly and use only one policy, administrator full access. Okay, it is administrator access. It gives us an opportunity to use all services. Okay, click next. And create user. User created successfully. Now we will go to return to users list, continue. It's our created user. And now we will go to VPC, a virtual private cloud. It acts as our own virtual network in the AWS cloud. It gives more control, security, and customization over our network environment in AWS. VPC. And create VPC. We will choose 4 subnets, 2 private subnets and 2 public subnets. Here it is already created, VPC and more. Now public subnets will be used for our application, and private subnets will be used for our database. Create VPC. Oh, we will also need to specify the name of VPC. Yeah, we will delete this and try. Oh, it's not deleted. Let's refresh the page. It should be deleted. Oh, okay, let's try one more time. And delete. Delete. Yeah, let's refresh the page. Yeah, there is no VPS. By the way, Amazon creates default VPC when you create an account, but we will use our own VPC to have more control and configuration over our network. Yeah, here we'll specify the name. Like, let's create default. Yes. Fitness app, it's the name for my application, but you can use the name what you want. Yeah, let's create. The next step, we will create our relational database. Go to AWS and go to RDS server and create database. Standard, you will choose standard create. Here you choose the engine. In my case, it is PostgreSQL. As a version, we will use it for free tier. Yeah. DB instance identifier. Let's name it. Master username Postgres and master password. Specify your password here. Here it's at db3 micro. It should be not exceed limits of free tier period. Storage auto scaling. Yeah, let's choose this settings as a default. Yeah, here we will use our VPC that we created earlier and create a new DB subnet group, and we will have a private access to this database. So you can choose public access, but yeah, it will be more easier, and you will not need to configure additional inbound and outbound traffic. But let's create private access, and it will be accessible only from our application. If you choose public access, it will be accessible from everywhere, and you can use any SQL tool and connect it to this database. Let's use private database to understand more how it works. Additional configuration, database port as default for PostgreSQL is 5432. Password authentication. Relational database name. Yeah, we will choose enable deletion protections, and if you to not accidentally delete this database. Here is estimated monthly cost, but you don't worry. It's if you created your account, Amazon AWS gives you 12 months of free trial period, and so don't worry, it will be for free. Create database. Okay, it will be take for a while to create database. Okay, for now, let's go to Elastic Beanstalk, where we will deploy our application to. Elastic Beanstalk. Create application. Here we choose web server environment, our application name, environment name, domain. Yeah, it's available. Okay. Platform. We will use Docker. For now, let's choose sample application. It will create sample application, but in future we will upload our file and our code. Yeah, let's choose single instance, retire. Next. Okay, here is a really important step. We need go to IAM again and create EC2 key pair and instance profile. Yeah, there isn't any. Okay, first of all, let's go to create EC2 key pair. Go to EC2 service. Click key pairs and create key pair. You can type name what you want. Yeah, here we choose RSA and PPQ as a default. Successfully create a key pair. Okay, let's return to, and yeah, and we will also need to create EC2 instance profile. Okay, we will need to go to IAM and create a role. Not this service. Okay, let's create role with if we will specify permission that will allow to deploy and configure our application. Create role. It will be AWS service. Yes. Use case. It for EC2. EC2, yes. Click next. And here we will add permissions. Yes, let's choose administrator access. You can specify as more permission as you want. As I know, AWS doesn't limit you. Okay, then access AWS Elastic Beanstalk. And also we need to use EC2, Amazon EC2 full access. C3 is for bucket for our files, where our files will be stored. And yes, Elastic Beanstalk as our application deployed here. And here we can choose enhanced health, manage updates, custom platform, and also let's choose web tier and worker tier. Okay, here will be enough for sure. Next, role name. Okay, let's name is AWS Elastic Beanstalk EC2 role. Create role. Okay, our role is created. Let's return to our creation of our application. Oh my god. If you refresh the page, you will need to go to the first stage, to the first step. All data will not be stored. Okay. Yes, choose keeper, AWS Elastic EC2 role, and here yes, we choose this role that we already created, and EC2 keeper that we also created. Yeah, let's go next. Here we will choose our VPC that we created. Yes, for sure we will need public IP address. So our application will be accessible. And instance subnets for our application. We will choose for our application, so we need public subnets. It's not here. Okay, it's public. Okay, this one and this public. Okay, and also it's private. It's for database. For database, as we discussed earlier, we will use private subnets. No, we don't have any snapshot of our database. Let's omit this step. Next. EC2 security groups. Okay, let's choose the default security group. After scaling single instance. If here is also load balanced, but if you choose load balanced, you will go beyond of retire. So keep single instance. Okay, instance types. It's where our application will be running. We will choose T2 small and T2 medium. Yeah, let's next. Cloud Watch metrics, we will don't specify any here. Email notification, enter an email address to receive email. Okay, let's enter your email. Yeah. Okay, it's okay. And here we will you will specify environment properties. I will add 3 properties for my database. Okay, as I said earlier, I use Spring Boot project for Spring Boot application, but so now this step maybe depends from your other programming languages or framework that you use. And yeah, let's go to and check if our database is created or not. RDS, DB instances. Yeah, it's already available. So we need to go here, and it is endpoints URL for our database. But okay, here is important part also. Let's because also we need to specify database should be started from JDBC PostgreSQL, and also we need to choose database name. Yeah, here now it is ready. We will specify username for our database. I configured credentials, and now we are in the final step. Oh yeah, it's only reviewing our configurations that we created before, and click submit button. Elastic Beanstalk is launching your environment. It will take a while, so let's back when it will create our environment. Our environment was successfully started, and here is the domain. You can go, yeah, and here you see the default page. You don't see just this page because we didn't upload our code. And yeah, but yeah, there is one warning that is this role that we already created is missing permissions required to check for managed updates. Okay, go to this role, and here we specified this permission, but maybe we should delete it. Maybe it's unnecessary. Yeah, remove this policy. Okay. Go back to roles. Check if it's 8 permissions. It was successfully deleted. Okay, now we will need to go to EC2 service, and here security groups. It's a security group that our application uses, and it is default. We will need to our database uses this security group, and we will need to add inbound rule. Okay, let's add edit inbound rule and add rule. Here choose Postgres, because we use PostgreSQL. You can choose another if you use another database. And yeah, here we will need to specify from where it should be accessible. Let's we specify this our application security group ID. Yeah, it will allow traffic to database from our application, so that it allows our database will be accessible from our application. And yeah, save rules. Yeah, now we have two inbound rules. And now we will need to go to, as we use Docker running our application, we will go to ECR and create repository for our Docker image. Get citor, we will choose private, this, and create repository. Yeah, successfully created repository. And now we will need to push our Docker image to this repository. When you click view push commands, it will give you some small guide how to do it. Also, we need to create security credentials for our account. Click on this button, security credentials. And here we should create access key. Yeah, I understand. Create access key. Yeah, and now you should download file where your access key and secret access key is written. It is needed for us in the future to configure AWS in your local machine. Okay. Yeah, now we will run the command AWS configure, and we should put AWS access key ID and secret access key that we created recently. I specified them, and now we will run this command. Yeah, login succeed. Yeah, we already built our image. The third step. Oh, I should specify my image has another name. I should specify image name here. This is image tag, and here is your repository in the ECR. And now we finally can push the image. I was waiting for 10 minutes while my image will be pushed to ECR, but and I was wondering why it's not pushed from that till that time. But yeah, it's already pushed. Maybe console was freezed. So we can now go to Elastic Beanstalk and upload Docker run AWS JSON file. I will show you how each file should look like. Here we specify a version. This is a authentication step. You can delete this, because I use OIDC authentication for GitHub Actions workflow. I authenticate there through via OIDC authentication. So also, if you want to know how to configure a CI/CD pipeline in GitHub Actions to build your code, build image, push image to ECR, and upload this file, so your application will be running when you push commit to your repository, let me know in the comments. I will make another guide how to do it. Here we specify a image URL. I go to ECR and yeah, here it is. We should copy this line. Okay, update true means that the latest version of Docker image will be pulled. Here is a Docker container port, and I specified here some JVM restrictions, yeah, to not exceed limits of retire. But maybe you can try to delete these lines and try without these lines as well. Okay, yeah. Now we can upload this Docker run file. Click upload and deploy. And yeah, here it is. Open. Let's specify just version 1.0. Deploy. Yeah, now environment update was successfully completed, but we have an error. I just opened logs, and it is error. This database doesn't exist. Yeah, if everything goes smoothly, then you should think that something is wrong. Okay, the reason of this was that I will show. Let's go to RDS. I don't specify URL correctly. And yeah, here is correlation. I copy this line previously. DB instance ID. Yeah, it was a mistake. You should specify DB name. This name. So I copy this DB name to database URL, and one more time, yeah, I change environment variables, and one more time, yeah, it's restarted our environment update. Yeah, was successfully completed. Okay, let's try one more time to, yeah, now everything is good. Our application started. We can check it. Yeah, login just. Yeah, everything is worked correctly. Database also is working. So let's view the logs. You should click logs button and then request log. You can choose last 100 lines and yeah, click download, and here will show you logs of your application. Here's start an application. We can go down, and yeah, so yeah, you can also find that application was successfully started. So we are done. I hope you find this guide useful. Let's take a look at the diagram one more time. So to sum up, we create ECR Container Registry for our Docker image, where we push our Docker image. Then we also create a PostgreSQL relational database in AWS, and we configure traffic. We create a private database, and we allow traffic from our application to the database. And then we upload Docker run AWS JSON file. It specifies where the Docker image is located. It pulls it and run our application. Yeah. Well, thank you very much for watching this video. See you soon.